Hello everyone, this is Sumit, and in this video we are going to see how to deal with the collisions and how to define the gravity for the wall, and we will also see the frictions, and in the end we will see how to transform the wall. So let's get started. So first thing, I'm going to copy all the code from the last tutorial and we will make some changes over there. So I'm gonna duplicate the image of the wall, and to do that we just have to define the another rectangle. We don't need to reload the image again. So I'm gonna duplicate that, and I'm gonna name that 2. And I also want to move the wall with the different speed, but for now I'm gonna say the same value just for now. So let's say speed 2, and then here we also have to build the image. So let's say we just have to change the image rectangle to 2. Now we are also going to define the boundaries for the wall too. So let's copy paste it, and then we just have to change the name from image rectangle to image rect 2. Yeah, that's it. I hope you are getting everything. What am I doing here? If not, you can tell me in the comment section, then I will solve your errors. So I also don't want to overlap both of the images, that's why I'm giving 300, and let's make it 400, and now it looks better. Now let's transform this image. I don't want to this big large image, so that's why I'm saying pygame.transform, and using the scale method of transform we can scale that image. And first argument is the image and the other is the size, and it will return an image. So here should be image. Yeah, that's it. And now you can see here everything is working fine. I think I have to stop comment out this sound. Yeah, it's working. And now there are lots of methods inside this transform. Instead of this scale we also have rotate and roto zoom. Using rotate we can rotate the image by some angle. Let's say rotate, and there we have to define the angle, let's say 50 or whatever, 50. Yeah. And we also have roto zoom. We can do the both the things at the same time. We can rotate by 50 pixel and we can give the size. Yeah. And we also have a scale 2. By using this we can increase the size to 2x, but I'm not gonna do that, that's why I'm removing this. And I hope you can do it yourself. So here we have to define if the image dot collide rect, and by the name you can understand what this function will do. And if this will be true it will return, and then we will do something, that is we can change the speed of both of the balls. So let's say speed and the x value, and we can change to speed of another ball. That I hope you have learned, about the collisions, and that mass into velocity equal to m1 v1 equal to m2 v2. Yeah, that's I'm doing here. I'm interchanging the speed of the different value, the x value and the y value, that mean in the x direction and the y direction. So let's change it to 30 so we can see what I'm saying. Let's oh yeah, I'm getting an error, so that's the problem. So let's run it and let's see what I'm trying to say. And yeah, that's it. I hope you got it what I have done. And now it's time to define a gravity. So every time I'm gonna add some value to the speed on the y level. So as you can see here, the ball 1 that has been gone, but it's working. Yeah. So I also want to do the same thing for the ball 2. So that's it. So as you can see here, slowly both the walls stops, not even working properly, but it's working. As we have seen, walls were not working properly, so we will stop them by motion if the wall are too close to the ground or bottom line, whatever you want to call that. So to do that, we have defined if the image rectangle dot bottom, if the bottom of the image or the wall is greater than the height of the screen. So I'm adding 2 here to so it will work properly. And then I will say speed by, that means the horizontal speed will become 0, and as you can see here, but that's not a good way of doing that. But let's also do the same thing for the ball too, and there we go. But that's not a good way to do that, so we will do something better. To achieve the natural jumping, we also have to define end, and we will say the speed is between -30 and 30. Why I'm doing that? Because we are adding every time +5 if the ball is increasing, that means if the ball is coming down, and we are changing the sign after touching the ground. So that's why if we are adding 5, that means it is decreasing the speed. So that's why we are saying speed between should be 30 and 30. If this will achieve that, that means it is not jumping so high, the jumping is so low. That means speed is so low, and it will affect that. I hope you got that. If not, please tell me in the comment section, so I will explain you in the next part of this series. And I also want to do the same thing for the wall too, but it's not working. I think the problem was we have to put -13 inside that bracket. So let's run again. And now let's see what will happen. And as you can see here, we have achieved that, but you can see it's not working properly because these are balls are after collision interchanging the values. So we will say if the by speed is 0, we will not don't want to do anything, and we will say pass, else we will change that. Because if the both walls are touching ground or one of them is touching ground, we will not interchange the y value. Okay, there is the problem with this. Okay, now and then let's see what will happen. Okay, now that's working properly. Now we have to stop these walls moving if these walls are rolling. So there's a friction. So I'm defining the friction inside that, because I don't want to stop the wall in the x direction if that is in air. So if it is touching the ground, then I will stop that. So I will say if the speed, and I also don't want to make changes if the speed is already 0. If the speed is smaller than 0, that is mean if the speed is negative, I will add some value, else I will subtract. And there we go. And I also want to do the same thing for wall 2. So let's copy and paste over here, and let's say speed 2, and that's it. And okay, this is the problem with that minus value. So let's say 0.1. I think that's a good value for that. Okay, let's try with that. I think 0.2 should be there. So let's say with the 0.2, and let's try to run that, and I hope it will work. Okay, now it's working perfectly. And now let's draw a line. We will see everything over the draw, but for now let's draw a simple line. Pygame draw dot line, and then we have to define where we want to draw, and then the color of the line, and then we have to pass the coordinate. So here I am passing 0 and the height, and other value is width and height, so something like that. But there is some problem with that because ball is looking outside of the line, so I'm adding some value, let's say 20, with the height. Okay, now let's see, and I hope it will work. It looks, yeah, it's working properly. So that's enough for this video. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.